friends. I'm just sitting here, wasting the day away, looking at my boots right now. I'm at the mechanic who fixed my exhaust, but accidentally made another problem. I was hemming and hawing. Should I go and say, hey, what's going on? He knows I'm waiting. I did go and talk to him at the fear I could anger him. I used to be a mechanic. When you have people waiting, that creates a little bit of tension. And it's also a be back because I wouldn't be here if he had done it correctly. So I worked at BMW for 4 years, and we just had an extremely high level of professionalism. Yeah, imagine working with a bunch of neurotic Germans who took their job seriously. Most of us were like that. But I shouldn't expect that from a muffler shop. But I also gave him a $20 tip, and it's probably the first tip he's gotten in years. So the lunch truck came, and I was like, I'm gonna do something risky and just go in and see how it's going. And they're like, oh yeah, we know you're here, don't worry. I'm gonna work on your car after this black car. And okay, thanks. You can't go in there, what's going on? I mean, I kind of wasn't an asshole, but it's a very thin ice situation. Because I got here at 7:30 in the morning, and now it's almost 12:30. 5 hours I've been waiting. And he's told me first come, first serve. Well, that's not necessarily true. Because other people arrived after me and they've already been helped. So I'm on the get it done by the end of the day list. He wanted to make his $1,000 brake job on a motorhome, which is reasonable. What I got to do is just meditate, breathe. I'd had a little nap. I'm by some train tracks, so there's some homeless people coming by a bunch. Just keeping my guard up. I had my dolly, a truck dolly, outside the car. It's in the back of the truck. But it was standing straight up. I could just imagine the homeless, hey, could I use that real quick? No. Never see it again. Look at this old U-Haul. 1600. Oh, it's an International. They got a motorhome door on the other side, so somebody turned that into just a big motorhome. Kind of a smart idea. But did you know you can get motorhomes for $4,000 or $5,000 in good shape? No reason to turn one of these into a motorhome unless you got it for free or something. They also get horrible gas mileage. If it's gasoline, this is like 4 to 5 miles to the gallon. Luckily the weather isn't too warm today. I've been thinking about doing some engineering thinking about putting my bed on my roof and putting up a 4-foot wall and a tilting roof. I don't have to do it now. I got the insulation to worry about first. I've been getting up early last few days, so that's good. That's been good. Hey, Steve. Last week on Monday, I got up early to come here. You might be thinking, well, Wayne, why is getting up early so hard? It just is. It's all about your average sleep schedule. And lately, with the time change, I've been in bed till 10 in the morning. So I'm happy to get up at the crack of dawn. I don't know if you know this, but the last 3 years I've been sleeping outdoors between April and mid-September under the stars, and it's really magical. And one thing I like about that is I would go to bed early because it was hot as fuck and I couldn't be on the computer, and then just wake up early and see the sun come up. It was kind of a nice relationship I was having with the sunrise. And it's also a great time to get things done because I live in the desert, if you don't know. Usually by 9 o'clock, by 10 o'clock it's always 100. So if you needed to get anything done outside without just killing yourself, the early morning is the time. Brian was kind of being an asshole this morning. He's like, you know you're going to die in the desert? I'm like, I don't know shit, Brian. Well, you're going to die someday, right? Yeah. Well, you're going to die out there? I'm like, no, I'm not. I don't intend on living out here forever. It's just temporary. Yeah, I'm aware that, I'm getting older and things aren't going my way. It's, I think this needs to be said. The older you get, the more failures you're going to have. I mean this in a very positive way. You're not going to have your youth or your charisma, and things just aren't going to go your way. Society will turn their back to you. People won't help you out. You'll have more broken relationships from a variety of reasons. Some of them have nothing to do with your own personality, where other people they're busy with their life, they've got personal injuries, they've got relationship problems, they got divorce problems. Like, I just read this article over at YouTube, and they're like, they were saying, and I disagree with this. I need to tell you, disclosure up front. I disagree with what they were trying to say. They were trying to say there is a place for hate. And they were trying to build a justification when somebody does you wrong and somebody doesn't do what you want, you're allowed to hate them. And I left a comment. I'm like, you've lost it. Hate is the behavior of low IQ people. Smart people learn how to forgive and move on. All right? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And that's actually the foundation of hate. Oh, they fucked me. Oh, really? What happened? Oh, they did me wrong. Oh, man, that's a bummer. That's a real bummer. Yeah, and what else happened? Well, then they did it again. What? It happened? They did it twice to you? Yeah, those motherfuckers got me twice. Oh, that's a bummer. Well, at least you learned your lesson. Well, apparently not, because they did it a third time, and a fourth time, and a fifth time. Well, if you allow somebody to abuse you, that's Stockholm Syndrome, and you can't hate them. They don't know any better. All right, so it's you that's got the problem. You need to change your behavior. There's horrible people on this earth. Like, there's really bad people. and it's your job to avoid them. Steve says, well, Steve says he's trying to derail my stream. I did get your post on structure of the pyramid. I think you're very close to the truth. I left out the word not on purpose. Well, Steve, that's good. I've been getting a lot of other positive feedback about the structure of the pyramids. I get triggered when I see the word not. I'm not trying to derail your stream. Well then, actually, my area for consideration and feedback is, you could have left that whole sentence out and you could say, I did get your post about the structure on the pyramids. Like, you don't have to talk about derailing because, well, on a humorous level, my whole stream is derailed. I bounce all around, so it's okay. Thank you. I've actually got some tremendously positive comments. People calling me a genius. I've been called a genius a few times in the last few days on my Twitter, if you're over there. I posted it on George Tukanakis, the guy from Ancient Aliens. I'm not saying it's aliens, but it's aliens, that guy with the big hair. And I wrote a couple big paragraphs. Yeah, you're good, Steve. You know, I was a language professional with Toastmasters International, which is a public speaking and leadership organization. And it's all about clarity of speech. The words we use are really important. There's a book called The Four Agreements, and the first word is be impeccable with your words. M is sin. Impeccable, Latin, em is sin. Impeccable, Latin, is upon yourself. So don't sin upon yourself. When we use the wrong words, we create the greatest sin, which is sinning upon ourselves by using the wrong words. Another area for improvement is and in the word but. You don't have to use the word but ever again. You can replace your but with and. And. It keeps the conversation going. When people hear the word but, they're like, huh? But what? But? And? All right. And. You'll hear me go, and. And what I want to say about the pyramids of Egypt and the new discoveries is that I've got a lot of great feedback. A lot of people really one person said, that's the best theory I've ever heard on the pyramids of Egypt. It's very logical. I've got a tremendous amount of practical physics in it, and I've shown the evidence. So I hope the world of science will take my discovery and go further with it. I've considered writing a small book on it because it's pretty profound. I've also, with some of the diagrams of the pyramid, I might have found a maintenance entrance, a special shaft to gain entrance to the inside of the pyramid from below to do maintenance, to do adjustments. It's kind of like a carburetor. If you've ever rebuilt a carburetor and you got the jets and the idle needles, well, the book might say, turn it into bottom, then back out 1.5 turns. Well, that's never perfect. You're going to have to do some adjustments after you get it running. And the same with the pyramid. It's a analog, it's potentially an analog piezoelectric, hydrogen generating, static electricity ignition, vibrator, piezoelectric vibrator, and oxygen generator. That's a mouthful. Like if how does the pyramid self-start itself? How does it get itself self-started? And all that hot desert wind and the outside of limestone creating static electricity. Well, maybe that static electricity created hydrogen in the subchamber. The first whispers of hydrogen, and it took weeks maybe for the interior to fill with hydrogen. And finally, there's enough hydrogen in there to do some self-starting, like pulling the rope on the lawnmower. And the Queen's chamber and those square chambers going off the Queen's chamber are full of hydrogen, and that's where the spark gap is, and it goes kaboom, and then there's like crash, like just a huge explosion inside the pyramid, and all that stuff is vibrating like crazy, and then all that vibration makes a fuck ton of electricity, and then that electricity shoots down to the subchamber at the speed of light, and it gases off the hydrogen, and the water is bubbling like a jacuzzi of oxygen and hydrogen, and it takes a little bit of time for that hydrogen to work its way up because it's a gas, and then we're waiting for more static electricity, and that hydrogen it's all up there just waiting to be ignited, then boom, another explosion. The interesting part of this theory is, what's the timing mechanism? Are they relying on static electricity to make it go boom, 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 boom? Like once the first booms happen and it makes a lot of hydrogen and the hydrogen floats up. Oh, if I look at the chambers, if you see all these passageways, well, it explodes, it goes boom, and then there's a vacuum, which draws in more hydrogen to be boomed again. So maybe there's enough residual electricity there to fire the hydrogen again. Maybe. The owner's got a brand new 350 truck. It's nice. It's a four-door dually. He's lucky. I want to switch topics and talk about Trump and the signal thing. Apparently the CIA approved signal for communications. Well, it's probably backdoored by Israel, and even Israel is part of our five eyes, which is America, England, New Zealand, Australia, and Israel. We do like wholesale intelligence sharing with them. I don't know why they're still trusting Israel. This isn't about Jews. I love Jews. It's just Israel has done things to America. And if they, it's like if you live in a bad neighborhood and you've been robbed once, you'll be robbed again. And who's robbing you? Oh, the bad neighborhood. Because the moment you leave the bad neighborhood, the robbing stops. So Israel's like a bad neighborhood. Oh, my legs. Look what I'm doing. Stretching. I had some eggs. That should tie me over. We're gonna have a drinking stream tonight. I don't think I'm gonna buy the Voodoo Ranger anymore. It's just too high strength. I can drink, I think, this sounds terrible, but I'm gonna buy some Budweiser. No, don't do it, Wayne. gross. Maybe I'll buy some Samuel Adams. That's a better beer. Sierra Nevada, that's another delicious beer. I just need a 5%, 6% beer. Hey, Tetrahedricon. I just don't, the problem is I can drink 6 or 7 beers fast. But by 2 Voodoo Rangers, I'm already buzzed. I got a healthy buzz going on. But then I'll drink 4 more and I'm fucked up, like blackout drunk. I don't need to be getting blackout drunk. It's the point just before the blackout drunk. So maybe I should just drink 2 Voodoo Rangers. No, 3 Voodoo Rangers and 3 Budweisers. And then you'll be taking a piss, and then it's like, oh, I'm a little sleepy. Go to sleep. Wake up feeling pretty normal. You know you got alcoholism if you're planning your drinking. I got alcoholism bad. Not like I used to, because I only drink a few times a month now. But when you're planning your drunk, I also went to AA a bunch. They say if AA doesn't cure you from drinking, it'll ruin drinking for you. So true. You end up drinking a lot more. You're much more aware of what you're doing. Escapism. Oh, okay. So I wanted to talk about Trump. Talk about Trump and Signal. So that's actually not a big deal. Okay. No, I was almost going to tell you guys something. I'm going to wait. But one of my supporters yesterday wants me to make some merchandise. Hey, Charles. Thanks for coming in. I'm going to try to make some t-shirts. I think one of the first swags I'm going to make is, oh, by the way, swag, S-W-A-G, is short for stuff we all get. So it's not swag, it's merchandise. I'm going to make a picture of my face, one of my campaign photos, and the words, "Don't blame me, I voted for Lambright." And then I'll have 3 types of mugs. I voted for Lambright 2016, 2020, and 2024. That'll be its own mug. And then so there's 4 mugs here. Don't blame me, I voted for Lambright 2016. Don't blame me, I voted for Lambright 2020. Don't blame me, I voted for Lambright 2024. That would be kind of funny. I'm going to come up with my own calendar. That should be pretty whimsical. I don't know what I'm going to say yet, but I'll come up with funny things like, "Happy December. June is 6 months away. Start hitting the gym, fatty." I don't know. I'm going to try to make it fun and whimsical. Good things that are happening. I met my new neighbor, and he's going to do water sharing with me, so that's really fun. That's exciting. And he's got lots of acres, so maybe we could do a solar farm. Oh, my owner just took off. Maybe he's going to get some food or parts. If you're just joining us, I'm at the auto repair place. I've been here since 7:30, and they still haven't started working on my car to fix the exhaust, which is rubbing on. I can show you. Yes, let me show you. Hold on. Oh, can I show you? Let me try to show you. because we have my other one here. I bet you I can find a photo. We're going to see. Nope. We'll see if it's cached. Sorry, it's cached. I can't show you. Well, I'm running out of things to say. Well, I wish America wasn't going to war with Yemen. Russia and Iran are coming up with some kind of new, like, UN agreement. Like, if anybody attacks a member state, the other one comes to the rescue. So Russia's going to come to the rescue of Iran if America attacks them. And Putin's already proved he's not afraid to lose 1 million people. They've lost 1 million people with this Ukraine war. America doesn't have an appetite for losing 1 million people. Our nation's so fucked. I'm so tired of it. I'm tired. Like, Thomas Massey's the only honest person in Washington, D.C. right now. It's Israel subversion. That's what it is. Israel is subverting America on so many levels. Oh well. I gotta let it go. I gotta move on, work on my life. I've taken some action on some things lately, and things will be improving for me. I don't really want to share it now, but definitely there's going to be a lot more improvement in my life. I think I'm going to get more done, that kind of stuff. Well, friends, that's all I got. 27 minutes. Charles, thanks for being here. Techrohedricon, thank you for being here. Steve K, thanks for being here. Follow me on Twitter if you're not over there. I'm on there all day long. Gov Lambright, Govlambright. All right, bye-bye.